I see you plot your revenge against me all the time. So.
Oh, Tommy. The hate I have for you as a fan is so real. It's unmatched.
What's up, heels and baby faces? It is time for another time of Countdown City Wrestlecast. It is me, it is that guy, Tommy, and of course my partner in crime, Big Mike.
What's up, guys? Good to see you.
And today we have a very special guest here with us. It is the one, the only, the majestic one, Mystii Marks.
Yay.
who never fails to find her camera.
Never fail. Always found the hard cam, baby.
That or whatever child is screaming at you at that particular show, in which you yell how you're better than them or their parents.
Oh my God, it's great. Okay, it's the best thing ever.
I do think you enjoy it too much sometimes.
Oh, it brings joy to my heart, Tommy. You have no
I think it was the show me and Mike were at in Castroville. This is completely jumping ahead of what we were going to talk about, but it was like those little kids were just trying so hard, and you were just relentless with them. And I'm just thinking they're children.
And I'm thinking they're going to get me paid more money one day, so I'm going
to.
You know.
I mean, what more do you want as a kid at a show than to interact with the wrestlers?
Exactly.
Good or bad,
That's one of the best things about the indies.
Yeah.
Instant reaction of what they want.
Yeah. I do laugh how immediately you are with especially the kids. Like the adults, you take your time. The kids, they get no mercy.
They get it. They the first ones to get it. The adults, I'll look at them, I'll give them a snarly look, and I'm like, I'll come back to you. The kids, all I gotta say is shut up, and instantly they give me emotion. It's great.
Yeah.
That's
because I see you plot your revenge against me all the time. So.
Oh, Tommy. The hate I have for you as a fan is so real. It's unmatched.
I mean, this is.
Oh, Tommy! And I was like, what?
Oh, Tommy.
This is a common theme we seem to have on this show fairly often with wrestlers, Tommy. I don't know if that's a bad pattern for you. Or...
It might be telling at the very least. I'll put it that way. It's just how she said it. Oh, Tommy. It's like, whoa.
Tommy likes getting yelled at. I give Tommy what he wants.
Yeah.
I
think he's like the only adult fan that if he says something, he's like a child. He gets it right then and there. Right then and there, Tommy gets it.
That's fair. Except
for one time where I didn't know you was at the show at Dog Pound. And he was like, I think you said, "Yay, Mystii," or something like that. And I looked. I must have gave you the snarliest look ever. And I was like, fucking in my head, I said, fucking Tommy.
I think it's because it feels this past Dog Pound show. Yes. I got there because I was hanging out with family because of my dad's reunion, my dad's family reunion that weekend. So I got there after intermission. So you didn't even know I was there yet.
I did.
So and I was being condescending. I was like, "Yay, Mystii!" And I saw you look at me because I can hear it in your head. She's like, "Son of a bitch."
Because I know, like, anybody that wrestles in Texas, that fucking where you travel to, when they hear your voice, it's instant hate. It has to be instant hate. Because he will do the opposite of what you need him to do. And he was the loudest one in the room that day. He said, "Yay, Mystii." And I just looked for his goddamn face. And I remember it like it happened yesterday. He was on the left side of me. And I did this.
That's exactly where I was too.
Tommy, we're going to have to keep a track of these recordings because, years from now, God bless us all, live a long life. At your funeral, we're going to play a highlight reel of every wrestler's story about your interaction, about the way their first remembrance of you.
Okay.
Especially the women. I think we give you the most BS, the most slack.
Oh, it's shocking. A series of women who don't like me would also speak at my funeral. That's something I didn't think was going to happen, please. You know how many chicks I'm assuming are waiting for that day? Finally, he's dead. Yes, we're totally going. Oh my God. Best day of my life.
Oh my God.
I mean, Tommy, you're one for infinity, but you got the one.
I did get the one.
So there you go. At least you got the one.
In her defense, though, she leans toward the infinity every now and again.
Fair. That's fair.
It also doesn't help that her and my stepdaughter are both Mystii Marks fans. So when I give you hell, that's like the one time I'm actually in trouble.
Tommy.
Oh, Tommy. Yeah. That needs to be a shirt, Mike, that we make.
Actually, you know what?
I ain't gonna lie. I will buy the shirt and rip it up in your face. Literally wear it to a show. Hear you say something crazy and go.
She about to hook up on you, Tommy.
Just go straight Hulk.
Look, I'll put it this way. If your vitriol hatred for me gets you signed somewhere, all I'm saying is I just want front row seats whenever you made it in a pay-per-view. That's all I'm saying. It's like that way when you get ready for the main event, I can just go, "Hi, Mystii!" She's like, "Damn it! Why did I agree to that deal?"
So that is your plan for when someone makes it big. You could be like, "Remember? Roll call."
Let me put it this way: don't let Ren Sinclair ever main event WrestleMania. The number of times her phone gonna blow up with my number, I'm like, look, you have what you have because of me. Okay.
Oh man.
Well, this went off the rails immediately. Usually, Mike takes us a few minutes. So
it depends. But usually you're the cause of it, so it's okay.
That's true too.
That sounds completely true.
Yeah.
I mean, I admit to that. So, but. Let's rewind it back a bit, and let's ask you this: what got you into professional wrestling? Like what's your history with it? Why love it so much? Because clearly you do.
So I started watching wrestling when I was about 8 or 9, and my mom got me into it originally. She would watch it, and I don't know why, but this distinctive memory I remember. She was dating some guy, and I was sitting in the living room watching wrestling, and the guy was like, I think Hulk Hogan was on TV, and he was like, "You don't know who that is." I was like, "No, you don't know who that is." Like I was crunk with the man, like at the age of 8, like you don't know who that is, and so from there, like wrestling has always been a thing for me. Friday nights. I mean, I'm sorry, it was on Thursdays back then.
Yeah, it was Thursday back then.
Thursdays, I would if we had to go somewhere, I'm like, "Mom, you have to record it for me." Like I would not leave the house until she set the recorder. And I would come home. First thing I would do, rewind the tape. I'm watching wrestling. And from there, it's just been a thing for me. I've always watched it. And then as an adult, the relationships I've been in, I've always been like, "Hey, I'm a wrestling fan. You got to deal with it." I'm going to watch wrestling on Friday nights because by then it moved to Fridays. And on Mondays, I'm watching wrestling. And on pay-per-views, on Sundays, I don't want to be bothered because that's when it was only, one day. And it was on Sundays. So after so much of that from someone I was dating, he was like, "Why don't you try wrestling?" And in my head, I was like, "You can't try wrestling. Like you got to get him picked." Like I literally thought that. I literally thought you go out, they saw somebody and was like, "Hey, we want you to be a wrestler. Come on." Like that's what I thought. And then so I was like, let me do some research. Did some research, and I came across Booker T's wrestling school. He had a seminar. I wouldn't say it was a seminar. It was a camp.
Okay.
Booker T's camp. And it was my 20, I never could remember the right number, 27th or 28th birthday. And that was the gift to myself. I paid the fee or whatever. That Sunday, it was a Sunday, drove there, took my first body slam from Ryan Davidson, the Bear.
Oh.
That was your first body slam.
My first body slam was from Ryan Davison, the Bear. And I got up and I sold it. And Booker was like, "You good?" I was like, "I'm good, Booker. I'm just selling it." But it hurt it. But it it was fun though. Like I'd never taken something like that and was just like, "Okay, can we do that again?"
Wow.
And from there, Mystii Marks was created.
Yeah. I'm gonna let Mike go because I know he's got a question, but I was just like that was your first Ryan, and I love Ryan to death. He's one of my favorite people to play. But I was like, that's your first person?
That was my first.
That should be at least number 3 at least.
Okay, I have a question. How long was this camp? Because like, how quickly?
What?
So it was so literally okay. So I think it started. I don't want to lie, but I'm gonna try my best to remember. I think it started at like 11. And the camp was over at like 4. And so we started with doing lockups. We started with hammer locks. Like we started with stuff like that. And then he was like, then we got in the ring. We got to circle around, got to lock up with some girls. It was funny you mentioned Ren Sinclair because she was she was there with me. She was there with me.
Of course she was.
That's how I literally met Maddie. So
of course.
So, but she wasn't my partner. I was partnered with another girl. It was 4 girls there, and so once the camp was ending, also Disco Inferno was there too. He was a special. He was a special guest that day. So Disco Inferno was also
wrestling was full of all-stars.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I was in heaven. Y'all have no idea how much I didn't want to mark out. But so after the class like settled down, Booker T was like, who wants to take a bump? I raised my hand, and then they showed me how to get up there to take the body slam. I took it, and I was like, all right. I got a video of it and everything. So
well, that's gonna play in your highlight reel.
Yeah, because that was basically gonna be my question. Like, how quickly do you? Because I assumed like y'all were gonna learn stuff. I was like, you just went straight into taking a bump, having never really learned bumping. Like you think when you go to school and you actually start training that way. So cool.
I took my first bump in 20. I think I did that in 2020. 2019. 2019 April 13th. I took my first bump.
Wow.
And from Ryan Davidson of all
people. Ryan Davidson.
Golly, man. I don't know.
I think he forgets because he's probably done so many kills, but every time I see him, like, and he's my Aries birthday friend too. Like his birthday is like the day before mine. So I always remind him, like, Ryan, remember you gave me my first bump? He's like, huh? I don't remember that. And I'm like, I got the proof.
He's just always busting out that video. Look.
I love with I'm a proof person. Maybe show me the receipts.
Well, that and the number of times he's probably been body slammed. He's like, it's like, yeah, I think I have done it to a few people, but it happens to me a lot more often.
Right.
Wow. I'm just like tripping over. That was your first like day, really.
Mm-hmm.
Like, okay, so clearly the camp goes well. You make an impression. What were your next steps after that? Like when because did you live in Houston at the time, or were you just
Yeah, I lived in Houston. The school was in Texas City. I was about an hour away.
Mm-hmm.
But at the time, I couldn't afford it to pay for it every month. So I waited a little while before I actually joined the school. I think I did the camp in April, and I joined the school the following year in January. Okay. I said I'm gonna start off fresh, first of the year. And I think April 3rd, I walked into the building and met Kevin and started there. And I was there for 2 years. Okay. And then I came down here to San Antonio and started with Jazz. But before then, I went to, she had 2 camps. And there were 2 days. I've never been so sore in my life.
Well, given it's Jazz, that makes all the sense in the world.
Lord, okay. Couldn't even walk, like, but I just wanted to change it up a little bit and wrestle with a woman that was mainly there, and Jazz was. So I ended up going to move into San Antonio, changed my whole life. Came down here to Dogbound, so that's where I've been at for the last 3 years.
Oh, that's awesome. But I can see having more PTSD from Jazz than Ryan Davidson. Actually, that makes more sense the more I talk about it. Actually,
well, actually, I have to ask this because you're an intimidating woman in your own right. What was it like the first time you met Jazz?
Okay, so I'm gonna be completely transparent. Okay, the first time I met Jazz, I met her at it was a all women show when Booker T was having ladies night out. I don't know if you guys remember.
Cool. Okay.
So I met Jazz way before I went to her school.
Okay.
So when I met her, I swear to God, didn't know who the hell she was.
Okay.
Did not recognize her at all until Charity King was like, Charity King's a big fan of Jazz. Yeah. And so when she walked in the building, me and Charity King trained together, of course, at Row. She was like, she grabbed my arm and she was like, "Do you know who that is?" I was like, who is who? Like, what are you?
Also, let go of me. You're strong.
Well, who is who? She was like, "That's Jazz." And I said, "That ain't Jazz." Because I was like, "That's not Jazz." She was like, "Mystii, I know my wrestlers. That's Jazz." So when she walked up to us, introduced herself, I was like, "Oh shit, that is Jazz." Oh shit, that is Jazz. So, my first time meeting her was literally just a handshake. And then she came to, I think, another ladies' night out. I was still at Row. So officially meeting her was when I went to the camp. And she's so intimidating in the ring, but outside the ring, as like a normal person, Jazz is the sweetest woman ever.
Yeah.
She's so nice. She's so helpful. She's so inviting. Like, I love that woman.
She really is. It's funny because of like where the schools and everything, they actually shop at HEB I work at. So like one day, no lie. One day I was like just walking, getting stuff. I'm like, no. And I just like walked past them. And I was like, I ran, put the stuff down, and walked back. I was like, what the hell? The funniest thing, and because a couple of my coworkers are diehard wrestling fans, and I tapped, and the ones I found, I was like, y'all know Rodney Mack and Jazz are here, right? They're like, where? I was like,
out 18, bro, go look.
Yeah, like y'all better hurry, they finna leave. So. That's hilarious. So
yeah.
You said like the training with her was like you could walk. What was the difference with the training? Like what did she have you do compared to what your first camp was like?
Okay, I'm just saying, like, I was doing stuff that I'd never done before in the ring. Okay. Even though I had been at the other school for 2 years, some of the stuff that they had us doing, like as far as like the drills, the work, like I've never done it before, and I've never done it at that level because I felt like they stepped it up a level for us. They was like, "All right, y'all paying this money for this camp?
Yeah,
we finna make y'all work." And that was the first time it was so many women there that came to the camp. Like I was so happy to be able to train with so many women because with Booker T, he has a lot of women, but those women were so established at the point they wasn't really training with the newer girls. They were kind of with the advanced students. And so it was just a different ball game, just going there. And these different women that came across Texas to train with Jazz for this camp. So getting to lock up with different women, getting the feel of different women and the drills and the different techniques because because Rodney was an amateur wrestler, the little stuff he taught us.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
This was my what we can do. You could do that? Yeah, Mystii, you could do that. So like, it was just completely different. It was just different.
That's awesome. Nice. Before we go into some other questions, because I remember when I first saw you were a referee, and I forget what show was that. You were a referee somewhere, and because I was like, because I literally said that. I said, is she gonna get involved in the match? Because I'm convinced she's a wrestler. I'm convinced that I'm convinced that she's gonna be involved in something at some point. But you kind of like ripped the whole. I was like, oh, okay, maybe I'm wrong. And then I saw you referee a couple more times. Okay, maybe she's just a ref. And then when I saw you, I was like, no, wait, that's the same chick. She's like, unless she has a twin. No, that doesn't make any sense. That's the same chick.
So funny thing, like before I realized, because going in, I originally wanted to be a manager. I never wanted to wrestle. I wanted to be a manager because I know my mouthpiece is fire. And for two, like I can put on the act and I feel like I can make anyone look good on the mic. So like that was what I went in for. I was like, I want to be a manager. That's what I want to do. But when I went to the Booker T camp and I took my first bump, I was like, nah, bro, I want to wrestle. Like, no, I want to wrestle. And so like when I was approached to be a referee, I took that opportunity. I was like, yeah, put me in the ring. And it changed a lot. Like I can see certain stuff in the match, certain stuff where it peaks, certain stuff where you slow it down, and just little things. So refereeing really helped me become a better wrestler.
That's awesome. How long did you ref before you actually transitioned to being the wrestler?
I refed for 10 months.
Okay.
10 months.
Okay. When was your first official match, and what do you remember from that?
Best as a referee, a match as a wrestler.
As a wrestler. So
it's funny you mentioned Denise Day. Look at you, Tommy. You just be prophesying. I don't know what's going on over there. Because I think we talked about Denise off camera.
Yeah.
Denise Day was my very first match, and the way that match happened, it was a Sunday. I had just went through training. I had been in San Antonio for a month, and Jazz invited me to her house. So I was like, okay, Jazz, I'm coming over. We're going to play spades. We're gonna link it up, baby. So on my way to the store, I was about to get wine and, just hang out with my coach. Like, who can say they can go to Coach Jazz's house and drink wine and play spades? Nobody, okay?
I mean, that's true.
So on my way driving to the store, she calls me. Hey, Misty, what's up, Coach? I'll be there in about 10 minutes. You want to have a match today? Say what? Yeah, they need a girl for the show, and I recommended you. You want to have a match today? Okay, Coach. Yeah, I want to have a match today. All right. Well, I'm finna send you the address. Do you got your gear? I had already had gear made. Nice. Like my gear had been made for at least 4 months, so it's just been sitting in a suitcase in my house. I was like, "Yeah, Coach." She was like, "All right, here's the address. I need you to meet me here. Go get your gear." All right. Turn around. Went back home.
Oh, that was you on 410 that day. Okay, I remember that. Okay.
Yeah, that was me. That was me. August 1st, 2022. That was me that was me. So got there. I was told I was wrestling. I can't remember, but it wasn't supposed to be Denise Day. Mm-hmm. So the funny thing is, me and Denise had been training that whole week, so we kind of got the feel for each other. So when I showed up and I saw her, I had my gear on. I was like, okay, I'm here. I'm here. So Jazz was talking to me. She was like, Misty, just do your best. This is your first match. Don't overthink it. I'm like, child, okay.
Don't overthink it. Don't do what I'm currently doing. Got it, Coach.
Okay, Coach. I won't do that. So have my first match with Denise. Me as a heel and not understanding what a heel does was freaking crazy. What? Because normally a heel controls the match. That's the story. I can't control nothing, baby. She been here longer than me. She's the vet right now. I don't know what we're doing, but we finna do something. So after my first match, Jazz came back. She's like, how you feel? I was like, that was horrible. Horrible. She was like, I give you a C-. I'm like, all right, coming from you, that means a lot.
I mean, it
means a lot.
Passes.
But I hated it. Yeah. I remember calling, I think I called Charity King and Danny Moe, the King Bees, and I was just on the phone crying. I was like, that sucks. I suck, y'all. Like, I can't wrestle. And I was like, it's your first match. Like, It's like it's your first match. Relax, like it's okay.
While you were crying, they was on speaker texting. This girl is losing her mind.
They probably was.
Yeah, we got to calm her down in a minute.
They probably was, but like for me, like this meant a lot. Like
yeah.
And I felt like I felt jazzed. Like I at least wanted to be. But who gonna expect to be in your first match? Like.
Yeah.
But like it was one of those things. It was a learning experience, and I'm happy it happened the way it did. It wasn't planned. It was impromptu. I showed up out of something that I wasn't used to and got a C-. I'm okay with that.
That's really awesome.
Yeah.
And real quick, it's just that the words I didn't know what to do as a heel coming from you at this point makes no sense anymore. It's like I was a heel, I didn't know what to do, and I'm like, what? How is that possible?
Oh, it was crazy. Oh my gosh. Like I'm thinking about certain spots in that match and I'm like, you look so stupid, girl. Like what was that? Like you looked so stupid. But like Denise is a great competitor, so she was really nice with it.
You like watch the footage and you're yelling, "You idiot! How could you do something like that?" You're like, "Man, you're mean to Denise. Denise, I'm
talking about me.
How dare you disrespect Denise that way?
I have no footage of my first match. None. I just remember certain spots in the match. Like I remember I gave her a shoulder tackle. And have y'all ever seen Abbott Elementary?
Yes.
Yeah.
Where he looks blankly into the camera like I literally did that in the match. And every time I think about that match, that's the spot I think of. I gave her a shoulder tackle and I did this. Like to the crowd. I did that to the crowd. So that was one of the stupid moments in my career.
What promotion was this for? Do you remember?
I have no idea.
Okay.
I just know it had to be clean because it was for a church fundraiser.
Oh, okay.
So.
Oh, wait. I think I remember that promotion. What promotion was that?
Yeah, Tommy would know.
I was say I have no idea. And I got paid. A lot of people don't get paid in their first match. I got freaking paid.
And that was here in town?
That was here in town. Yeah, okay. Yep.
What was the name of that company? I don't know. Mike, I'm sure you have a question, but I'm trying to think of the name. But anyway, go ahead.
So how, like after that first match, did you start having matches immediately, or was there still a little gap of time before you officially started having matches on the regular, like being a regular competitor?
There was still a lot of time in between.
Okay.
Jazz was like, now you had your first match, you see how it feels. Now you can do better in training. Now you can do this. Now you can do that. I'm like, okay, yeah, you're right. So I think my match after that was about 2 or 3 months later.
Okay.
But in training, I was having more practice matches.
Yeah.
Like she was putting me in positions to be better, to excel as a heel, to excel as a babyface. Like she was putting me in those positions because she knew what I was capable of.
And do you feel like in that training, like after having that first match, like certain things made so much more sense to you? Like, oh, okay. Yeah.
Oh my God, yes. Yes. Oh my God, yes. I don't even know what else to say. Just yes.
I love how she came and like how you react is like I can't pinpoint even one thing that makes more, but like all of it. Just like yes, I get all of it now.
All of it. Like even now, like I've been in, I would say the business for 5 years. Like even now, I'm in the ring and something clicks, and I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Like you can do that right here, and it'll make sense. Yeah. Like it's so weird. I've heard stories of, you know what? It took me 20 years and I got it. And I'm like, 20 years? And it's just now clicking? Like for me, I get little clicks every now and then in my head or after I do a match, I'm like, dang, that would have made more sense if I would have did this or called this on the fly. It would have made more sense than what we planned, you know?
Yeah.
So I get little clicks all the time now. It's crazy.
Nice.
What's been your favorite match so far?
My favorite match so far, let me think. Because I had a lot of good matches, even though I've only been in 5 years. So one of my favorite matches, even though I got hurt in this match, was the cage match we were talking about off camera.
Yep.
The cage match I had with Lady Bird. It was so much fun. Like it was so much fun. I got to be in a cage. I got to climb the cage. I got to do because I'm not a big spot person off the top rope. That's not me.
Yeah.
I'm bottom heavy. I need to stay from up there. That ain't my forte. Because okay, if it's heavy as gravity, bop going straight to the ground. So I stay away from the top rope. But that was like one of the first times I went up there and did a big move, and it was great. And that was one of my favorite matches. The match I just did recently on Sunday in Houston against Cali Caliente from Hybrid.
Tommy's favorite.
Oh,
no, she's
it
not.
was
No,
it was a lucha show.
Yeah.
So just them talking in Spanish. Well, I'm sorry, Kali talking in Spanish and me just telling you, shut up, speak English. Why can't
Oh my God! Do I live in a world where Cali was the face of the match, and the words "favorite match" and Cali were in the same sentence? I feel.
Trust me, we thought about it before we went out there. I was like, nah. I was like, you gotta be babyface today. Like, you gotta be. I said, whatever I do to you, just speak Spanish. The whole match speaks Spanish. That's all I want you to do. You hit me with something? No, mamacita. And I'm going to say, shut up, and then hit me. Like, it was gold. I freaking love that match. I loved it. From beginning to end, it was fun.
Did she hit her chili pepper stomps on you?
Yeah, of course she did.
When she yells, when she does that, it cracks me up more than anything.
I love the little, like, because I remember I was like, you gonna do your stumps on me? She was like, yeah. I was like, okay, when you do them, I was like, you got to do them and then just speak Spanish.
The first time she did them with the yell, I legitimately said, what the hell was that? And I was like, oh, that was her screaming. That was irritating.
It was great.
Tommy, she's getting more and more recognition around the stage.
I know. I didn't say she's not a good wrestler. I said I don't like her. There's a difference.
So she's another one of the countless female wrestlers that they just have like a death feud with. So
yeah.
And what do I follow up with? Oh, Tommy.
I think that should probably be like in one of the intros. Like it's like, oh, Tommy.
You seriously need to get a shirt, Tommy. You should just come with your shirt that just says, oh, Tommy, all female wrestlers hate me.
Izzy and Denise like me.
That's going to be the funniest thing is because Denise is going to be like, oh, Tommy, no.
It can go either way. Come on.
Yeah, isn't Denise like me?
You money here, Tommy. What's up?
Thunder Rosa used to like me. She don't anymore. But
she's had a change of attitude, but
Yeah, but I feel like I'm the next one who will be hit with flowers after she hit her.
Oh Lord, not flowers.
That's what I told them after that incident. I said flowers are banned from Mission Pro. Y'all can't bring flowers no more because everybody gonna have PTSD. Y'all bring flowers.
Oh man.
And actually, I don't know if you're aware of this, but currently there's a little bit of a battle between the Mission Pro champion Izzy and La Rosa Negra over Tommy's fandom. Because Tommy has been a BFF for Izzy since he started, but has also been a longtime fan and friend, dare I say, of La Rosa Negra. So, they have a match coming up for the Mission Pro title. And,
I saw that. I didn't know that was okay. So they're fighting for Tommy's affection. God,
I didn't ask for this, and I didn't. Don't look at me like that. I didn't know what was happening. Really? That's the fish you're gonna get?
Tommy, I feel like if Mystii was in that match, he was like, "You can have him. Take him somewhere far away."
I feel like if Mystii was in that match, it would be a finger poke of doom situation. I'm not gonna waste my time wrestling in this match. Poke me now.
I was about to say that. Okay, if this is for Tommy, y'all can have it. What? I'm rolling out.
Wait, hold on. You get the ring and like, what the hell is this match for? Oh hell no! Pin me, come on! I don't care what you does. I don't care.
Y'all can have them, okay? I'm gonna sit outside. I'm gonna eat some popcorn. I'm gonna enjoy the show.
Oh wait, it's a triple threat. You don't even bother with wrestling. You literally go to the
burn. I don't want to wrestle.
Sit down and just watch.
I'm gonna sit right next to you and watch you say, "Damn, does she owe you money?" That's what I'm gonna do.
Every time I say that, you react to it. I laugh harder because you're one of the few people who immediately will say some shit like "yes," and then she'll keep it.
Because the first time I heard it when you said that, I said, Damn it! Are we hitting each other that hard?
You were. I don't care who says yes, y'all were. Because it was probably a Mission Pro show where everything.
It was a Mission Pro show.
Yeah.
It was me versus Danny Moe.
Okay.
Oh yeah, no. Okay, now that you said that, I couldn't remember who it was, but yes, that's exactly who it was because that's exactly how I felt because I became a fan of Danny Moe because of Mission Pro. I didn't know who she was before then. So when I saw she was wrestling you, I was like, oh, this is gonna be a cool match. And then y'all got into it. I'm like, no, for real. What bet was lost before this match happened, and y'all got personal with this shit?
It was so fun though, because like some girls in this business, for me, hit me, bitch, like hit me, like literally hit me. And she was one of the first girls that literally was laying that shit in, and I was like, hell yeah, baby, we about to have some fun. So as we was going back and forth, all I heard was, ooh, how much money do she owe you? And I was like, a lot. Bow. Like, it was great.
Because I knew you could lay in some shots. I wasn't as aware Danny Moe could too until that match. Mm-hmm. And I was just like, no, seriously, how much is it? Let's just all chip in because this is getting uncomfortable.
It was so much fun though.
Tommy starts a GoFundMe just to save you.
GoFundMe. I was just magically put a collection plate. All right, y'all, just throw in $1 here. Come on, because this is ridiculous. Like, we didn't come in for all this, doggone it. So,
and I think you said it again when I wrestled Ella. I think that's her name.
Dang. I think I know what you're talking about.
She's real small. Her finisher is called the glass slipper or something like that.
Yes.
You said it again when we wrestled. Well, we went back and forth, and you was like, "No, seriously, how much money does she owe you?"
Because Misty, you hit hard, and like that's why I know you don't mind people hitting you hard because you will give them a receipt. So it's like
don't do receipts. Don't start that with Mystii Marks. I don't do receipts.
Because and that's why I like to tell people is like whenever I see it's like when they start hitting you, I'm like, oh, this is not gonna end well because she's about to hit them back and it's gonna be uncomfortable for everyone watching this. Yep, there it is. That was the uncomfort I was expecting.
Oh Lord.
Now I did come up with this one question to ask you because I thought of it jokingly, but then the more I check the stat sheets, I want to legitimately ask: has anyone wrestled Natalia Markova more than you at this point? I feel like every time she's here, it's you and her.
Besides the longest reigning NWA champion, Camille, no, I think it is me.
Okay, Camille's number one. That's fair. Yeah, but I'm like, there's no way you're not number two. It's impossible. I don't care what anyone else says. No, she's wrestled. No, it's got to be Mystii Marks in Texas. I don't give a damn who else wrestles her because it feels like you guys have the rivalry that just took off.
Yeah, like it kind of just came out of nowhere. She came down here going after my title, and she beat me. She freaked the first time we ever met. She freaking beat me.
I remember being surprised by that result when I read it. I was like, really?
I was like, this bitch came to Texas to take my fucking title off. So like from there, like it's just been beef. And I right now I really like our rival. I really love it. I like the story that we're telling. Yeah. I like the I don't know if y'all can't see it, but yeah, I want to.
It was fading in and out of frame a couple of times. And I was wondering when you were going to bring that up because I was there when you, and I was like, because when you won the belt, I was like, oh, I'm never going to live this down because I was here to watch her win that. Now I'm going to have to listen to this for at least another month at least. When did she? Oh Lord.
Yes.
That's actually how I feel with someone I'm always arguing with wins a title. Like when Callie won the hybrid women's championship, I was like, oh no, I have to listen to this for
and every show since. Yeah, if you're there, she shoves it in your face.
Literally, at Mission Pro, she won the match. And then she shoved the belt in my face. I'm like, you won. Leave me alone.
And then sometimes she just shoves Tommy too, because it's Tommy.
I mean, it's Tommy.
Damn.
It doesn't hurt much because
it doesn't, not at all. At this point, his wife doesn't even defend him. She's like, "Girl, go ahead, just hit."
Yeah. Well, you know the real reason for that, right? Because Mike can back me up, and there's video evidence of this. She missed a single Mission Pro show that La Rosa Negra was on. This is when La Rosa Negra was there all the time.
Mm-hmm.
La Rosa Negra made me film a video of her telling my wife to come to the next show. So of course she won't bother to defend me because all these people are her friends now. I don't have any, but they're all her.
Not at all. I love your wife. I wish you would bring her to a Dog Pound show.
I try. She's usually busy. I'm gonna bring her.
I understand. Tell her I'm champion now, and I will shove my title in your face every time I see you. It's gonna be great. You know.
That is some incentive.
Yeah, you're probably gonna do it whether she's there or not. Just like, see, look.
Oh yeah, but for her to witness it and the smile on her face, it brings joy to my heart, Tommy.
It's supposed to be an interview, not a roast session to me. But whatever.
Yeah, call it what you want. Okay.
I could put that in the title when we load it. So
you might as well. So, Mike, did you have a question? Because I know I have one, but I don't know if you have one right now.
No, go ahead. That's good.
Okay. Anyway, now you're a staple of Dog Pound. I feel like you and Soda Pop both have that distinction of being like mainstays and like some of the brightest spots of the promotion's history. Mm-hmm. How does that feel knowing like you're two like the marquee stars of the company and the school, really?
It feels great. Like I came in after some wonderful women walked through Dog Pound as Ren Sinclair, Jasmine Allure, Vert Vixen, and for me to come out after that, those beautiful women and their stables in their own right, and to become the first ever, and then the first ever 2-time, and to just represent women at Dog Pound, It's an honor. It's an honor.
So with that, you've more or less conquered Dog Pound. That's pretty evident at this point. What are like your future goals? Where do you want to go next? Who do you want to face? Is there any place in particular, like Europe or Japan, that you want to wrestle in? Like, what's your future?
I honestly don't have like a out of states goal as far as that. My goal right now is to at least try to wrestle in every single state. I'm not necessarily looking outside the country yet because I feel like there's so much more I can learn here. But if I have that opportunity to ever come knocking, baby, I'm opening the door. Okay? I'm taking my bags. Yeah. But I do, like, one of my goals I said at the beginning of the year is that I wanted at least to get to 5 more states to wrestle in. And I'm slowly but surely checking those little things off my list. There's really no particular woman that I like to wrestle. I've said this on many other podcasts. I want to wrestle every single woman that's on the indies that is willing to get out there and put their bodies on the line. I want to wrestle every single one of those women. And I think it will help me from the top to the bottom to become a better wrestler, a better person, a better champion. Okay.
Oh boy. And the thing is that you become a belt collector, again, I'll never hear the end of it. Because if we ever get like a Mystii Marks Ultimate Dragon picture, I feel like you'll do like Britt McKenzie did that the 3 times he did it to me. He made me buy his 8x10s and he signed them how much he hated me.
That's genius. I'm doing it.
I was like, you should totally
buy 8x10.
He made me do it 3 times. The first time he put, I hate you. The second time he put, I really hate you. The third time, he got the Sharpie and started writing. And I turned around to talk to someone real quick, right? I turned back around. He's still writing. And I was like, and then, when I think he's done, he takes the picture, picks it up, turns it over, and kept writing on the back. This is somewhere in one of my books, probably some of my parents' house. I didn't think about it. And kept writing. And because, like, the gist of it was, the amount of hate I have for you cannot be. And I was like, I stood there for 5 minutes waiting for him to finish.
The hate has so much love in it, Tommy.
Does it, though?
Just a little bit.
I tried.
But he was nice to my sister, like, one time. Because, like, my sister wanted to meet him. And it was at a BOW show. This is years ago. And she was like, can I meet him? I was like, yeah, sure. So we walk over to him. And I don't even talk yet. He points to me, goes, I hate you. Looks at my sister, goes, I like you, though. My name's Brent. Very nice to meet you. And I was like,
I love that guy. That's great.
This is why I only see him once a year now. Thank God, because I can't be around him.
You can't take so much hate. You get enough hate from the women.
You can't say the women specifically.
Jasmine Allure, Callie.
Okay, first of all,
Misty. Yes.
The Jasmine and
La
Callie.
Rosa Negra.
She's borderline. Thank you.
It's because of your wife, though. Honestly.
I mean, I'll take anything I can get at this point.
When you're with your wife, I hate you less. When you're by yourself roaming the streets of San Antonio.
Roaming the streets!
If she walked into your HEB.
Oh, I hope she does.
She would take some boxes of crackers and smack them over your head.
Oh, man.
French loaf.
I did, after I saw Rodney Mack and Jazz, I did, because by the way, Zakai Living shops there too, and he stopped what he was doing and goes, ew, you work here? And I was like, what? I mean, here's how bad it was. Because I didn't even see him at first. When I turned around, that meant he must have been standing there for a minute because his hand was like this. Because he was like, "Yeah, you work here." I was like, first of all, get the kayfabe out of your voice right now for a second.
Oh, that's hilarious. And it is the HEB. I think it is Tommy. Tommy.
I didn't tell you which one. Hopefully you don't figure it out.
I'll tell you after the interview.
Damn it, Mike!
I appreciate you, Mike.
Anyway.
Good times.
For who?
I mean, you bring it on yourself, Tommy.
That's a true statement, but that doesn't mean I should be okay with it.
Well.
If you bring it on yourself, you have to be okay with it.
No, I don't.
It's a part of who you are, Tommy.
No, I don't. I'm a politician. Just because I do these events that bring harm to myself doesn't mean I have to like it. And that's how politics works. Anyway, well, Misty, this has been a hoot.
It has.
And painful for me. But anyway, who cares?
Also a regular theme through our interviews. So,
well, whenever the name Angel Blue.
The hate for Tommy.
Oh, I forgot to mention Angel Blue. She's another one who hates you.
Oh my God, I love Angel. She's my.
Of course you do. Of course you do. Mike, do you have anything to say?
No, I'm good. This was an illuminating interview.
Hilarious.
We really appreciate you giving us your time. So thank you very much.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh, I see your background. That's the match where I wrestled Ella. That's me and
from this this one.
Oh, from that show?
Yes.
Oh, got it. Yeah. Which one was that? That was
This was Edge of Glory.
Yes, that was in September.
Yeah, there you are.
Yeah, and I wrestled Ella right there in front next to Maddie.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, I remember that now. I remember that. I was trying to think of it. Yeah. That's because that was actually the second time I met her because she had been in BLW before too. So, okay. Got it. Cool. Well, Missy, thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate your time. And
thanks for having me. It's about time. Like, what the hell?
Okay, so that's not my fault. I blame Mike. So,
Mike, I don't blame you, Mike. Don't worry.
I appreciate it.
It's his fault. He comes to all the shows. Didn't even know you guys had a freaking podcast.
There's no way you didn't know that. There's no way.
Tommy did not know.
It's okay. I understand. He's like that with people.
It's not your fault.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
It's not yours. You're welcome.
I don't know why I do this show. I legitimately do not know why I do this show.
Oh, Tommy.
Mike, you want to take care of the outro because apparently I'm just useless.
Actually, before we go,
I'm scared.
No, it's okay, but I think we need to leave with this.
Leave with what?
Hold on.
I don't know what you're doing, and that's why I'm scared.
So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining and watching this interview with the magnificent Mystii Marks. We appreciate you. You guys have a good day. And remember to heels and baby faces, pro wrestling is real. People are fake. Bye-bye.